Inspiration, education, action. This is the Seeds to Success Show with Ben Godinez on Money 105.5.
Stop searching for homes and driving. Go to GoViewThisHome.com and check them out for yourself on live video. Welcome to the Seeds to Success Show. I am your host and Insurance 101 guy with Gateway Insurance. Ben Godinez here. I am so happy and grateful now that I am on the radio here with Jim from Go View This Home. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, thanks, Ben.
Very good. Well, thanks for being here. Today we're talking about specialized knowledge from Think and Grow Rich. If you guys have ever read the book, you'll know you need specialized knowledge to be successful in any field that you're in, and that's what Jim is here to talk to us today about. If you're watching this in post-production, you're probably noticing the high-quality video production done by none other than GVTH, the new acronym for Go View This Home Productions. Make sure you follow them online, and if you're watching this here on the Ben Godinez YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe and follow. You can watch all of the Seeds to Success videos about 48 hours after today, which is Tuesday. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and we're going to get into not only about Go View This Home, but about what it takes to be on the cutting edge of your field. Because this isn't just in real estate, this isn't just in sales. You need to be first in line when it comes to technology and marketing, and that's what Jim here is the master of today. So if you haven't met Jim, he's got a background in sales and marketing. He's been doing it for many years. Jim, talk to us a little bit more about your background and how you started Go View This Home.
Well, we started Go View This Home basically. It was on the corner of Fair Oaks and Watt. I was looking at a house that was for sale, and I wondered what it looked like inside. So after that, we have a production company, and I was thinking that what we need to do is offer that to the real estate industry to do real video, not virtual video, not pictures, a real video. Right. So the idea was born that Go View This Home Productions would step into that field, if you will. And we've actually accelerated. We've done pretty well. And, we're here today to talk more about it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, you think about when you see a little, the typical sign that's out in front of a house for sale, you always wonder what's on the inside of that. Right?
Absolutely.
I almost want to knock on the homeowner's door and just be like, hey, can I just take a walk through your house real quick, without my real estate agent? Just want to even see if it's worth my time to spend an afternoon, taking a tour of the house. But,
sure.
But you guys are doing that for not only the buyer, but for the seller.
Absolutely. What differentiates us, we mic up the agent. So you're meeting the agent, you're looking at the listing. We have the text-to-view option. So if you still do print or you want to get the word out, you can just, in this day, everybody texts. So you just text the number, you type in the house, and you get to meet the listing agent. That's strong for the buyer agent. Potentially people, they want to meet who they're dealing with.
Right.
We've had people from the Bay Area. One person comes up, looks at the house. Well, all they got to do is text their mate, the house, the number, and they can meet the agent and they can actually view the house. They don't even have to be in the same city. They don't have to be in the same state. They could be anywhere in the world. If they're in the military, they could be overseas and, they could see the listing and meet the agent.
That's brilliant because, with any business, you want to know who you're going to deal with.
Absolutely. That's important.
Right. So you guys actually get an opportunity to not only see the house and
yes,
to get a feel for it, but to meet who you're going to be dealing with because that's who's representing the house and the buyer or the seller, I should say. So it's cutting edge.
If you look at what's available today, a lot of them, they're virtual tours. Sometimes you don't know if there's 4 to 5 bedrooms, good size house. You don't know what bedroom you're looking at. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what the countertops are made of. You don't know what the hardwood floor. There's a lot of information that isn't available through picture tours, I call them.
I always feel like they hide something, right? There's always
Absolutely.
like hide the little corner that's got,
Absolutely.
crayon marks on it, or
Absolutely.
that has like little kid handprints.
Yes, we've come across that a few times, and but we want to be real. We want to give the potential buyer, the listing agent, and everybody their money's worth. I mean, people deserve to see what a house is really made of, plus a description. I mean, it's so important that you meet people nowadays. The marketing of the agent is just huge. We had one listing go up 3 days later in the Bay Area. They had an offer on it.
No.
And it's just our first presentation that was done. I won't list the company, but we went in there. There was 28 agents, and basically everybody was doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And there's nobody out there that's doing this at the price that we're doing it. We're very affordable. That's what makes us really attractive also. Not just the professional quality you're going to receive, but the affordability of this. Right. With the text-to-view option, it's we incorporate that into the social media skills that we have,
right.
I.e. the Facebook. You're on Facebook Live now.
Right.
But in the same token, we know how to create the culture out there for any potential business, any agent. Agents should have profile videos.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
it's appealing to the millenniums. We
Yeah.
were discussing that earlier. You know, I mean, it's just video is the way. It's always been the way.
Right, absolutely. Talking about social media, we are on Facebook Live, by the
Sure.
way, for those of us that are joined. Hello, everybody that's on Facebook Live. Follow me on Ben Godinez Facebook. But for real estate agents, if you're not using technology to sell your product and market your service, I mean, for anybody, if you're not using social media, then you're behind the eight ball, because the top agents, the top people in their field
Sure.
are at the cutting edge. And I feel like real estate obviously is, prehistoric. Obviously, real estate has been here for hundreds of years, but it's just now getting up with video. Like, we've had video for like almost 100 years now. How are we just now using video to market the biggest asset and the biggest real estate that we have in the country? Like in the United States, we have some of the highest value real estate there is. And in the last 3 to 5 years, we're just now starting to get into video. And you guys are the ones that are pushing this. I mean, you guys are the ones that are top of your field that are doing it, and you guys incorporate it into the escrow, so it really doesn't even come out of pocket for people.
Absolutely. Our prices are affordable. For a 2,000 square foot home, we charge $249 cash on the spot, or check, whatever, or we roll it into escrow for $299, and our turnaround time is 24 to 48 hours.
Wow.
Much like the video on your show.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. It's affordable. I mean, it's why people wouldn't do it is beyond me.
Right. Well, let me back up a little bit.
Sure.
We're going to get into more of the specifics about social media and specialized knowledge here in segment 2 and 3. But give us a little bit of background. Like, you guys have talented videographers. You got to have extremely talented staff to turn around a video within 24 to 48 hours. So what did you guys do before you got into this real estate space?
Well, it all started with another business that we had. It was called BoardWarrior.com, and that was a website that was dedicated specifically to sports boarders in the 3 different elements: the
skaters,
water, snow, and
snowboard.
skate. Exactly. Okay. We were actually sponsors for Sac State and Chico State. Chico State went back to Oklahoma City and won the Nationals, the Collegiate Nationals. We had film. We had the edits. We've gotten. If we can shoot skaters and wakeboarders, we definitely can shoot, a house.
A stationary
Absolutely.
object. How you can make it look pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So in doing that, well, first of all, how can people view your productions from past and present? How can they go and kind of check out what you guys have done?
As far as the real estate homes?
Yeah.
Well, they go to our website, and you'll find a search engine there. You could type in either the address and or the first or last name of any agent, and their library will come up, and then, you could just view home after home after home.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about previous work? If someone's interested in having you guys do a sports production, you guys still do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we do sports productions, and we're going to launch another phase of of our business coming up, and that will be.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah, sports scholarship media. I mean, it's for the athlete that wants to continue to play collegiate ball, him or her in the future.
Right. Beautiful. All right, we're going to get into that here in just a moment.
Fine.
Specialized knowledge here on the Seeds of Success show. I hope you guys stay with us. We got some important messages. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Join the journey. This is the Seeds to Success show on Money 105.5.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host, Ben Godinez, and Insurance 101 guy with Gateway Insurance. Take the if out of life and learn to live. I'm here with Jim I'm going to botch your last name.
That's all right, man.
Marquesson.
Marquartson.
Yes, there it is.
That's it.
It's Quartz Watch. I want to just remember
Absolutely.
that. There it is. With GVTH Productions, and he's the one that is responsible for what you're watching here in post-production on YouTube or on Facebook. You guys do the high-quality video production, not only for stationary events like this, but real estate and sports video and editing.
Correct.
And you guys turn that around in 48 hours, within 48 hours,
yes,
which is incredible. So today we're talking about specialized knowledge, and why are we bringing on a video production team? Because they are cutting edge. They're doing something that the industry has not accepted yet as normal. I think it's something that people think is a luxury and not a necessity. And I want to get to what Napoleon Hill talks about in his book that he wrote in 1935 or something and published in the 1940s. Check out what he has to say. Knowledge will attract money. Knowledge will not attract money unless it is organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action to the definite end of accumulation of money. So, in other words, you need to have plans. You need to be doing something that other people are not doing. You need to have a plan to do it. You need to have something that's unique and different. You guys are doing that. And obviously, you being in sales and marketing, you came up with this idea and noticed that there is a void in this space. And not just for real estate agents. Like, I'm thinking about this for insurance agents, folks that are life insurance agents. I mean, because those are the people that I deal with. Mortgage brokers. Getting to know the person that you're going to do business with, because you can market a flyer all day long, but you don't get to know anybody. You know, we talked about last week on the mastermind principle and how important networking is, right? If you don't know, like, and trust the person, you're not going to send them business. So why are you still handing out a flyer and expecting to sell $1 million house or a $500,000 house or whatever it is, right? So talk to me a little bit about what other real estate agents are doing now, the successful ones. What are they doing to sell houses, get listings? What have you noticed with the 6,000 agents that you're connected with?
Yeah, well, I'm part of 3 groups on Facebook connected to about 6,800 agents. And what we do is after we are in post-production, I share every listing that we have with these 3 groups. The successful agents really get it. They understand marketing. Marketing is the key to every successful person, every successful business. And we're finding out that the brokers are really lured to this. They really understand it. I was on Facebook the other day and I saw this listing, $1.4 million. It had 25 pictures. My thought was, what an injustice.
Right.
Here I got, $1 million plus home, beautiful home, but it didn't do it any justice. It was actually kind of I looked at that and I just shook my head. It's just kind of like, people will pay thousands of dollars to stage a home, but they won't spend,
a few hundred
$300, a few $100 to get a video.
To market it.
It's a travesty. And what we're here is, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, but we want to offer these people some affordable, just quality video. I mean, I believe in this 110%, or I wouldn't be here today.
Right.
And you're right. It could be an insurance guy. It could be an auto body guy. It could be anybody that is has a small business, medium business. They need to get their name out there. They need to differentiate. They need social media because, in my opinion, that's what's going to grow their business. Getting your name out there, and flyers and business cards, and that is a good form, but
right.
you need to couple that. You need video.
Right. Let's talk about social media for a minute because I am by no means a master of social media. I want to learn more about that. I think our listeners want to learn more about what you guys have seen that works on social media. You know, when you go through the scroll and the feed on Facebook, for the most part, I see videos. I don't see little Twitter type of one-liners anymore. You know, on Facebook, it used to be like a status update. You just talk about what you're thinking or what you're doing or whatever, and maybe a little emoji. And then it kind of progressed into pictures. And now all I see on Facebook is video.
Absolutely.
And they're auto-playing.
Oh, absolutely. It's just so important. You know, look, Facebook has changed. Obviously, it's changed the world. You know, there are, 3 to 4 billion people, members on Facebook. And what I've personally done, like I said, I've joined a few of the groups, and I have 6,800 real estate agents to my disposal. In our past, we've done very well with the Facebook, with our board warrior, with our sports videos. We had quite a following. That and Instagram. I was running one of the Instagrams, and Keith was running the other, and combined we got it up to almost 20,000 followers between the two of us.
Wow.
Yes. I think in total we had 4 different Instagrams, but I mean, we were just, it's a lot of people. We were reaching a lot of people.
So really, if you want to be super successful on what you're doing, you've got to be on video. That's the bottom line here, people. If you're not doing video, you're going out of business. If you're not progressing, you're digressing.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm finding with a lot of people is that they're not getting up with the times and they're falling behind. And we were talking about it beforehand. I feel like a lot of real estate agents are going to hear this, or people that are in business in general, or just there's bloggers that are professional bloggers, right? I feel like they're going to be like, okay, that's nice. I'll see if it works for them. And if they become successful, then I'll know it works. And then I'll jump on it. Then you're too late. You're too late. If you want to get the most amount of gain, just like with an investment, you need to get in now. You need to get in while it's at the bottom.
Absolutely.
So that you get the most amount of gain.
If you're not the innovator, you're the imitator.
I like to say that again.
If you're not the innovator, you're the imitator. And, statistics show that single digits sell most of the real estate in any, brokerage house. So if you have 100 agents, maybe 10% of those are actually selling the real estate. Oh, wow. Well, how can someone starting out be one of those 10%? Well, the answer is you have to do something that the other people aren't doing.
That's right.
The other 90 people are still taking photos for, $75, putting them on a flyer, sticking them on the little post. We've all seen it. Right. But you don't have to do that anymore. If you have multiple listings, you could actually show multiple homes.
Yeah.
It's time saving. Do not disturb occupant. That's fine. Let us go in. Let us shoot the home. The occupant will never even see us.
That's right. So... and again, I'll remind people that are just tuning in on the radio. We're on Facebook Live. If you are next to a computer, get on Ben Godinez or Seeds to Success, and you'll find us here on Facebook Live. We've got a few fans here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to quote here again from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Before you can be sure of your ability to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent, you will require specialized knowledge of the service, merchandise, or profession you intend to offer in return for fortune. Perhaps you need much more specialized knowledge than you have the ability or the inclination to acquire. And if this is true, you may bridge your weakness through the aid of your mastermind group. So that ties in what we talked about last week to what you guys are doing. You guys, if you're not doing video, don't do it yourself. Delegate the responsibility to somebody that is good at it so you don't look like amateurs, and you ultimately are going to be more effective in what you do. Andrew Carnegie did not know everything about the steel industry. He was not a steel manufacturer himself beforehand, right?
Sure, yeah.
What he did was he found people that were very good at making steel, and he created a mastermind and said, let's do this. And he just orchestrated the whole thing together. I feel like that's what all business owners need to be doing. They
Absolutely.
need to be orchestrators of people that do their job really well. Can we just give some credit, though, to some of the people that are on your team? Can you talk about your partners and their talents and abilities?
Well, yes. I'm in partner with my brother who's in sales, and he's on the technical side. He does a good job. Ellie is his name is Jerry Markwartson. Ellie Fitzgerald is another partner. She's the writer. She's the blogger. She does a lot on the the English side of things that we have to do, And then we have Keith Halterman, who is actually filming the show right now, and he is the genius behind the camera and the software, and he's done a magnificent job for us.
For those of you guys that are on Facebook Live, you get to see his handsome face.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be in front of the camera.
I put him on blast for a minute.
He gets a little uncomfortable, but me and Keith have spent a lot of time together, a lot of road trips, a lot of skate events, a lot of over the course of the last 6 years, we've grown quite close.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, and he invited me to his wedding.
Wow.
And, so that says something about that. He's smiling now. He told me not to look at the camera, but I did anyway.
Uh-oh, he's going to be pissed about
Absolutely.
that.
Well, that's
he's got a new baby on the way.
Absolutely.
Happy for him.
Absolutely.
I did watch his video, though. I should say videos that he was in production with. That you really drafted him from the skate industry.
We did.
I mean, and I watched them last night, and they're incredible videos. As far as putting up kids on a pedestal, he absolutely made them look like pros with his editing ability, and that's what he can do for not only the sports but with the homes as well.
Oh, no
and
doubt.
For any business, I mean, I don't think you guys would turn down business if someone says, "Hey, I want to do my own creative video. Could you guys contract out kind of a one-off type of documentary, so to speak, or a short commercial for someone's business?"
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
We can do anything. Anything the client requires, we could do drone shots. The overhead, everybody likes the acreage and all that. Exactly. For some reason, people like to see the camera in flight. What it has to offer. So we offer that, and we just we have top of the line cameras, we have top of the line software and computers, and we can create what the client wants.
Right. Absolutely. Well, we've got a couple of minutes left here. What can you tell us more about what GVTH is doing coming soon?
Coming soon. Well, like I said, the next phase of GVTH Productions will be sports scholarship media, and what we're going to do is actually film the student athlete. We're going to do a game, and we'll do a practice, and we'll do a character video. So it'll be scripted out. They'll speak into the camera. They'll talk about their GPA. They'll talk about their lineage as far as what their parents have done.
Yeah.
And this
Dad
and that.
was a pro.
Absolutely, and that's huge. That's huge. And we're also going to get the coach's recommendation. So we're going to package it nicely, and we can also, and this is the big part, we can also take footage if people have it on their phone and stuff, and we can incorporate that into what we want to do and to showcase the athlete. I was a coach for many years. I did travel ball, and up until recently, over at El Camino High School on the varsity.
Okay.
And,
still play.
I still play.
MSBL, baby.
MSBL, yeah, 19 years now. So,
all right.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually coached over at the Babe Ruth.
Oh, yeah.
We gave back, my brother and I. We coached against each other. That was fun, but we gave back to the community. We felt compelled. They were looking for coaches, and that's an industry we do know.
Right, absolutely. Well, I'm a big baseball guy myself, and I'll tell you, I just did some research last night. I was just trying to find people that I might know that got drafted, in the MLB draft the last few days.
Sure.
And what I noticed is that there are videos for about the expected first couple round draft picks.
Absolutely.
Right, the first few hundred.
Blue chippers, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, there's no videos for these kids. And I guess I think that you might have one scout that comes and checks them out, gives them a recommendation, and then, might be on the low radar. But if they had video, if they had testimonials, if they had play-by-play, if they followed them through the progression of their high school career or their travel ball career, they'd be more marketable.
Oh, absolutely. And what we suggest is we start at the sophomore season, and what we're going to go ahead and do is get them while they're young, instruct them to get in touch with a lot of these coaches, and then build basically a library, from season to season, and that includes fall ball. So you start in the spring, you go in the summer, you go in the fall. There's three basically different, as you're aware, there's three different seasons.
Okay. All right. This is fantastic stuff. We're going to get more into this, and we're going to get more into specialized knowledge here when we come back from these important messages here on the Seeds to Success Show. Stay with us.
You're listening to the Seeds to Success Show on Money 105.5 and the Money 105.5 mobile app.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host, Ben Godinez, and your Insurance 101 guy with Gateway Insurance Group. Take the if out of life and learn to live. Hey, if you guys need a buzz, if you guys need a little something to kick you in the butt, especially in the afternoon like it is now, you need a little Riscate coffee in your life. And I'll tell you what, Riscate Coffee just made our own Seeds to Success blend.
Wow.
We got our own blend at Riscate Coffee in Elk Grove. You need to go by and check them out because it's my magic potion. If you know anything about me, you know I love coffee and beer. And I'm becoming a bit of a connoisseur.
Is it a dark roast? Or
it is. Well, it's actually a blend between their medium and their dark roast.
Okay.
So it's got high caffeine,
Sure.
but it's got a lot of robust flavor.
Sounds good.
So it's good. It is good. So we'll have to get some coffee down
Absolutely.
there at Riscate. Go follow them on social media. It's actually, I don't know if I mentioned this, Riscate stands for rescue in Spanish. So that's where they get the Riscate from, Reskate. Anyway, go check them out, Riscate Cafe, on social media. Well, let's get back into Jim from GVTH Productions. That's Go View This Home Productions. We're talking about specialized knowledge and what it takes to be on the cutting edge, to do something different, to market your business, to grasp your audience. And today it's through video. It's
Absolutely.
no longer through guerrilla marketing tactics, although those work. And yeah, it's 1,000 to 1 ratio when you door knock. That's fine. You can do that if you have the time. Or you can make a video that takes 2 to 3 minutes for someone to watch, and they'll actually get a personalized insight to who you are and what you're offering.
Absolutely. Well, you can see how important it is, even in the presidential race. Not that I want to talk politics or anything, but they have text number and then message, and then you can get the message of the candidate. They have it now at I was at a restaurant recently, and they're doing the text to view. And it's here. It's the here and now. And if you're not doing it, if you're small business, if you're trying to grow your business, you need a video. You need to tell people who you are. You need to introduce yourself. We've had agents, kind of camera shy, and it's kind of like, well, if I'm going to go up and buy a house, are you going to show me this house, or are you going to hide behind a door? I mean,
right.
What
are you hiding?
Absolutely. People want to know who they're dealing with.
Right. Absolutely. Well, in any business.
Absolutely.
Any business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're talking about. So, when you're working with someone, let's say a neighbor, right? I feel like when you do an open house, a lot of people that come to check out the houses are a lot of the neighbors.
Looky-loos, nosy people.
Right,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
exactly. Just want to see
Yes.
it. So, when you shoot a video, like, how do people find out that home has a video?
Well, we have our social media in which we blast it out,
Okay.
and then we also have yard signs that we put up.
Okay.
So they can
Yeah.
put with their sign. We did a listing out in Laguna, and the neighbors asked what was going on, and we were there, and we said, well, we're doing a production. We're doing a video production of this home. And they liked it so much that they asked that agent to do a video of their home, and then they put it on the market.
There you go.
So it actually sold itself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the product sells itself.
Absolutely.
That's the easiest form of marketing.
It
right?
really does. Oh, they wanted to know. Well, they didn't want pictures. They didn't want, and at the end, at the close of escrow, when the sale is all done, the seller that actually sold the home will get that video. So it's kind of a memento where where either the kids were born, or it's just a place that they resided for X amount of years.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the statistics. I know you guys are at the cutting edge of the real estate market and everything. And what other businesses are using video as a way of marketing themselves? Can we name drop a few businesses that you know of that are heavy into the video aspect of marketing themselves?
Well, all the big stores. I mean, you can find them. Excuse me. You can find them on the social media.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do offer that. It's kind of like, they get it.
All right. Cisco, the Wharton School of Business.
The Wharton School of Business, we found out, we did some research on that, and it was like 90% of businesses are found on the internet.
Yeah. Okay.
And, after that, it's kind of like, well, what is that business about? So statistics do show that, everybody is searching now. You have Yelp, you have Google. They search these different venues out. Well, once you get there, what are you looking at? You're looking at static pictures, or you're looking at, just verbiage, and it's
right.
It's kind of
it's
like
not engaging.
It's so old school.
Right. Yeah. Again, we're in the 21st century.
Absolutely. I mean, people have Kindles now. Books. On their tablets,
right.
and you don't even turn a page anymore. So, I mean, that's an indication of where we've gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Even with the Facebook Live that we're on right now on Ben Godinez Facebook page, people are engaging. They want to see your face. They want to get to know who you
absolutely.
are. Right. And especially when you're doing a large transaction like real estate. I mean, that's a long process. It's at least 30 days, if not 45 to 60. And the real estate agent is the one that you have to know, like, and trust. To the bitter end, and you got to trust that they're not going to drop you on your head. I know I've had some clients of mine that have had some really poor testimonials of their real estate agent because they didn't get to know them beforehand. They just looked them up online, Googled them, and the optimized, advertised real estate agent popped up first, and so they just assumed that they were the best one, and they didn't get to know them, and just personalities didn't work out.
Absolutely.
And with your video, you're able to actually display that. So I'm thinking about people that are like, we've got a landscaper that's on our Facebook Live right now tuning in, like, make a video.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Show what you've done. Show who you are. And by doing that, not only are you going to get more quality clients, but you're going to get more referrals from those. And like you said,
works.
That's where you're getting a lot of your business from.
It works. I had one agent. She actually told me she doesn't believe in the video. And she likes to get the potential client into the house. And there was a time when you would bake cookies or get that apple pie smell.
Right.
Well, you know what? If somebody's going to invest $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, they're not going to buy the house because it smells like chocolate chip cookies. Right. If I'm looking for a Corvette, I'm going to walk onto a Chevy dealership. You're going to put me into a car. It's just a matter of what color and this and that. Right. It's not so much for the real estate market. Just that statement alone told me that she was not on the cutting edge. She was not willing to to spend $300 to actually market her listing correctly. And it was just I was shaking my head. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's fine. You have your opinion, but we have statistics that prove you're wrong, pretty much, without going too far. But yeah,
it's so funny. I mean, video obviously is the new industry. It's just a new wave of marketing. It's not any longer what your bio sounds like, on LinkedIn. It's a video.
Absolutely.
I'll give you another quote here from Think and Grow Rich, and this is from Napoleon Hill's, famous book. The accumulation of great fortune calls for power, and power is acquired through highly organized and intelligently directed specialized knowledge. But that knowledge does not necessarily have to be in the possession of the person who accumulates that fortune. So think about that. You don't have to be the one that films your video. You don't have to be the one that has a video background like myself. And trust me, I tried to shoot my own video production by myself. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Don't look at my video on YouTube, the welcome video. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I need you guys to reshoot it, as a matter of fact. But
absolutely,
it's a perfect intro so that they can get to know you, because I feel like once people watch this show, they're going to be more inclined to do business with you. And obviously people will be more comfortable to do business with me as their Insurance 101 guy, which leads me into the last 2 minutes of our segment here, which is the Insurance 101 guy segment. So we're going to talk about today your 2 minutes on Insurance 101 guy on what you don't know about your insurance. The first thing is about your homeowner's insurance. People think that the real estate value is how much your home insurance should be for. And then I asked them, okay, so that means that in 2005, when your home was worth $1.5 million and now it's only worth $500,000, did you notice the price of your insurance triple? Well, no, it stayed about the same. Yeah, because it doesn't have anything to do with the real estate value. When your home burns down, the insurance company's not going to buy you another home. They're going to rebuild your old one. They're going to tear it down. That's called debris removal. Then they need permits, and they need contractors, and they need materials, and then they're going to build it back up. So when you look at your homeowner's insurance, it has nothing to do with what your home is worth. And I see this all the time because about 60% of my business comes from loan officers and real estate agents. And a lot of times the loan officers and the real estate agents are the ones that say, I need to have this insured for $500,000. Why? Well, because that's how much the loan is for. Okay, but it only costs $250,000 to rebuild it. So you're going to have them pay twice as much on insurance. That's illegal. That's statutes in 1987 basically say that in California you cannot require the buyer to insure it for what the real estate value is. So it's really important that you guys look at your homeowner's insurance and make sure that it's the replacement cost, not the real estate value. So make sure that you have a good evaluation done by an agent or a broker like myself that's going to actually take the time to ask you what your home is made out of. And if I had a video that actually showed me, my job would be so much easier. Because half the time people just take their quick walkthrough. They don't remember what percentage of the flooring is hardwood or tile or carpet or whatever it is. They're just going, oh, yeah, it's paint and it's, maybe 1,500 square feet, give or take. No, I want to see the video so that I can actually see what it's made out of to do a correct evaluation. So give me a call today, 510-861-1541. It is a 510 area code, 510-861-1541. My office is in Elk Grove. And give me a call for your Insurance 101 guy quote today. Or go to my website, bengodinez.com, Godinez. Poke around on there. You can click Let's Talk, and I'll give you a quote within 24 hours. Stay tuned here on the Seeds of Success show here with Jim from Go View This Home Productions.
This is Sacramento's Money 105.5. Now, more Seeds to Success on Money 105.5.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez with Gateway Insurance Group. Take the if out of life and learn to live. We are here with Jim and now Jen Barna's joining us today.
Hey guys.
Our life and business coach of the show. And if you're tuning into Facebook Live, yes, she is not too hard on the eyes. So tune in here to Facebook Live, Ben Godinez, Facebook. All right, Jen, you've got some jewels of wisdom for us today.
I do. You guys have just been rocking this specialized knowledge. And I love this quote out of this chapter. It's chapter 5 in Think and Grow Rich.
Aha.
And Napoleon Hill says, an educated person is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated person is a person who has so developed the faculties of their mind that they may acquire anything they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. And Jim's interview here with you today, that's exactly what he does. He's using his own knowledge. He's taking the knowledge of his staff, people in production, people in real estate, and he's melded all of those things together to create Go View This Home. And it's a wonderful thing, and everyone can do this. Yeah. Everyone can do it. You are on the cutting edge. It's like you right now in the marketing part of this brand new way to market people and goods. And, you're going to get those first, the people who first like to jump in to try something new,
yes,
right?
Exactly,
they trust it. They're like, what is this new thing? Mm-hmm. And then you're going to get the people who are warmed up, who are seeing where it's helping them, what it's working. And so you're going to get an influx. In another year or so, people are going to jump on board and go, hey, anyone who doesn't have this is really behind the times.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they're already behind the times personally. I think if you don't have some type of video, you're already...
And you know what? It's all about education, self-education. Yeah. It's not the education that we generally get into school. Education is derived from the Latin word educo, meaning to educe, to draw out, to develop from within. So the more we develop our minds, the more we develop our innate ability to interact with others, to trust others, to come up with ideas. This perfectly fits with bouncing off last week's mastermind idea that, you surround yourself with like-minded people who are in support of your success as you are to theirs. And so going into this, if you don't like to do something, if you're not good at something, you're in your zone of incompetence, according to Gay Hendricks, the author of The Big Leap. And if it's something you don't like to do, don't try to learn it. Just go hire somebody to do it. There's a guy outside who, he tried to hook up his printer, his new $600 printer, to print a couple pages for his book. And he spent 6 hours of his time trying to hook up this printer to get his printer and his computer to communicate, right?
It's only $100 to just go do it one time.
Right. So he hired somebody who knew what they were doing. Took him 20 minutes to do it. He spent 6 hours at a time. Now, the cost of your time per hour over that 6 hours, if it's
like $18 an hour or something,
if it costs $20 for him to do it and he charges $300 an hour, he just wasted a whole day where he could have been working and could have been making money.
Absolutely.
So get out of your zone of incompetence. Hire somebody if you're there. If it's in your zone of genius or your zone of excellence, then that's where you. That's where Keith runs well. He's in his zone of genius here around the cameras, around all the tech stuff, and that's what Jim trusts, is that he's going to come in, work, do what he does,
absolutely.
and get it out there and produce this wonderful, wonderful product for people. And so I think it's great. So
speaking of hiring somebody, if you're not working with a coach, it's like you're working at 50% efficiency.
Absolutely.
Jim, you talked about earlier about, you coaching baseball and you playing baseball.
Sure.
If you were not on the field, if you just said, all right, guys, here's the team, I picked the team, go out and play, how do you think they would have done?
Not very successful, no.
Okay.
It wouldn't work.
The bottom line is, if you're not working with a coach, a business or a life coach, you're literally losing money like you would if you're not investing in your future income, right? If you don't have money in a 401k or a long-term investment, you understand the power of compound interest. If you wait till the last minute, you have nothing. Guess what? That's how your life is without a coach. You're waiting till the last minute, and ultimately, if you don't have somebody that's coaching you, that's pushing you towards being more efficient and effective, you are losing the compound interest that would have been accumulated if you had had a coach.
How many people out there have spent hundreds of dollars on seminars or books or programs only to find themselves implementing only maybe 20% or less of what they've learned and then falling off the truck, a few weeks later and back to where they are. So unless you know how to put the information that you're seeking, that you're learning, that knowledge to work through somebody who can direct you in a way that will benefit you and to help you look from the outside. And a coach is going to see things you're not going to see that you're doing and call you on it. Right. And you need that. You need somebody to say, hey, man, that's, do you understand what is going on here? And they definitely can
objective
pinpoint.
Perspective. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not about doing more. It's about being more effective. And that's what Seeds to Success is really all about. Those of you guys that are just tuning into Facebook Live or in post-production or on air, you guys need to go online and actually go to seedstosuccess.co or go to my website, bengodinez.com, and click on the Seeds to Success tab. That's what Seeds to Success was designed for. Okay, me and Khalif started this company last year to help you implement the things that you learn in books like Think and Grow Rich, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, which is what Jen primarily teaches off of. I mean,
you're accountable. You're held accountable.
You're held accountable. It's a community of people that we're trying to uplift one another and hold you accountable to your goals and your dreams. That's what it's all about. And we have an event going on June 29th here in Sacramento called the Dream Life Academy. For those of you guys that are on Facebook, I've invited you. That's your special invite code. If I sent you an invite, it's because I selected you to go to this. There's only a limited number of spots. And it's $35 because the early registration is over. $35 for a Tony Robbins-like academy of a whole weekend seminar, but it's compacted into one night, Wisdom Wednesday here in Sacramento. If you're not a part of it, you're not ready to achieve your dreams, and that's perfectly fine. But for those of you guys that are ready to take that first step to say, I'm open to what's possible, you need to register for the Dream Life Academy in whatever stage of business or in life you're in. I don't care if you're a mom. I don't care if you are a baseball player. I don't care if you're in business. You need to get to Dream Life Academy. Go to bengodinez.com. That's BenGodinez. Click on Seeds to Success, and the flyer's right down there. Just click that link, and you're going to register. So get involved in one way or another. And if you're not doing video marketing, then, again, you need to get up with the times.
Absolutely.
That's why these guys started this business. It's because it is going to be the new standard. And we have a few more minutes left here, Jim. What would you want to leave them with? What would you want to tell people is the message behind Go View This Home Productions?
Well, we're here to offer the service, and we've made it, truly affordable. We could do things that needs to be done for small businesses, for large businesses, for sole proprietors, coaches, insurance guys. We live in the world where our phones, You know, we watch video. Everything's a video. You go home at night. You invite people into your house.
Watch a movie.
Watching TV, yeah.
Right.
And all those, I mean, they've been filmed. They've been edited, and they're there for our enjoyment.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing in business. You've got to get your name out there. You've got to get it out there through the video, through the social media, through, you know, the YouTube channels and the Vimeos and everything that exists. The tools are there. You just got to be able to use them to, you know, to build your home, to build your financial stability.
I mean, like we were talking about earlier about social media, like if you're not on it, you're behind it. I was just talking to a good friend of mine, Kiara, who is always at the cutting edge, and she started off just blogging. Started off just writing down her thoughts. And through social media, that propelled her into starting her own magazine and writing her own book, and now creating a whole new company purely based off the following that she did from her videos, you know, because she'd blog and then she'd video them. And then nowadays you can literally take audio and there's a company that will verb it, put it in a blog for you. It's kind of like the voice-to-text thing. They use that same technology,
Sure.
and they can integrate that onto a blog. And you can have the video, you can have the audio, or you can have it, you know, legible and readable if they're at work. So integrate those things. Put them on your websites. Get up with the times. I don't care if you're 80 or you're 8. Video is going to be what's going to make you successful, especially in the baseball realm. I don't know if I've mentioned this here on the show yet or not, but I was watching the draft, and I researched all the kids that got drafted, and only about the top 100 kids or so had video. The rest of them that are lower in the draft didn't have a video. Why is that?
It's well worth the investment. $300 is for, you know, you do that for the home. I don't know what you're charging for the athletes, but it is an investment in you, is investment in your product, and it will take you to the next level.
Oh,
without a doubt.
There's no doubt about it. And it's just not baseball. It's softball and volleyball and everything that goes along with it. I mean, been there, done that, seen it, and, needs to happen.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of video, make sure you go check out this song, Paloma_Rush, on social media. No Pain, No Gain, or Paloma Rush on YouTube, because her video is awesome. It's sexy. Go check it out. She's one of our awesome friends on the Seeds to Success program. So thanks for tuning in, and tune in here on next week, Tuesday at 2, and on YouTube, courtesy of Go View This Home Productions. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.